One of the big problems with doing exposure therapy with really anxious people is that often really anxious people don't want to come out of their houses. And so this sort of an app would be a really nice thing for people who can get support over the phone and can actually do the exposure at home. As you go up the exposure hierarchy, from things that people fear a little bit to fear a lot, it gets really tough for them to do the exposure exercises.
Maybe looking at a picture isn't
Yeah.
kind of realistic enough, and the real world situation is a little too scary at that point. And so you want to find some middle ground, and this could be a good middle step where there's something realistic happening, but the patient sort of is behind that protection of being in VR rather than in the real world.
Is this method effective?
It's actually one of the most effective therapies out there that we know of in psychology. So even in sometimes very short periods of time, exposure therapy can be very effective,
I'm a psychologist at U of R. I just tried the exposure app for bee fears, and I have to say it would be a pretty useful thing. Exposure therapy is a really dynamic, interactive process. So, I mean, obviously, it would need to have some bugs worked out and some complexity added, but otherwise, it's the sort of thing that somebody could really habituate to their fears with, and so I think it's a pretty cool app.
It's looking great. It has, I like how it has the multiple different worlds that the client could try out. It was great that the clinician could select which worlds they would be seeing, which world the client would be seeing, and I think